Yo, what up? We back. Another edition of RPT, Real Prison Talk West. And today we're going to help out one of my subscribers, another one of my subscribers that hit me up on Instagram. And her question was a good question. What's an appropriate monthly amount to send someone or to spend on someone who's incarcerated? And I thought that was a good question because, for one, it shows how loyal you are. So salute to you. But to answer your question, it depends. Does he have other help? Like, there's other factors. Like, if you want to make sure he's straight, then there's other factors that's involved. Like, for one, is he in the beginning, the middle, or the end of his bid? Believe it or not, that's very important because in the beginning, there's going to be things that he's going to need coming in. DOC supplies us with what they call a care package for indigent inmates, and they be stingy with the care packages. And first of all, in order to be indigent, you have to have no money in your books for like 90 days. So what's crazy about that is I've seen people that was really broke, you know what I mean? And if you sent them money, like $10 or something, you just screwed up their care package for the next 90 days. Now they can't get soap, the free soap and deodorant and toothpaste that they would get every 90 days. So I say if he's just fresh in, he's going to need a towel, a face cloth, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap. That's a whole nother, we didn't get to the commissary yet. That's just the cosmetic and toiletries. Unfortunately for inmates, we're only allowed to spend, unless it's the holiday season, we're only allowed to spend like $75 a week anyway. Unless it's the holiday season. Or if you're buying like a television, and my TV was $200. And that's when you're first coming in, there's big expenses that you need. So if I'm going to just talk about myself, when I first started my bid, I needed a TV. That was $200. I needed a video game. I needed my video games. That was $400. They charge you $400 for these little ass fucking video games. The games for the video game was like $70 a piece. So I had about 10 of those. I didn't buy them all 10 at one whop. I think I bought the game in maybe 2 or 3. So that was for maybe $600 I spent when I bought my game. My TV was another $200. I need my CD player. Now they got tablets in jail. They don't even have CD players no more. So I don't even know how that worked, because when I was in prison, we didn't have no tablets. You had to get you a CD player, then you had to go get the CD book, which some inmate always kept in their cell for some reason. I don't know why inmates keep the CD book in their cell. And always be the ones that's indigent. No money on your books. You just want to look at the CDs for sale. But anyway, CDs was another $15, $20. I had buku CDs, but just coming in, you need your CD player. I think that's about $60 for a good one. You need a TV, that's about $200. And you don't need a Game Boy. You don't have to be like me and have a Game Boy. You don't need a Game Boy. So let's just say you need your TV, your CD player, out of electronics. That's about $200, $250, maybe $300, round up. $300. You get him $300 for his electronics, you should be straight. Now when it comes to food, you're only allowed to spend $75. Clothes is thrown in with the food. They're on the same commissary list with the food, but it's not part of the $75. So if you get like a sweatsuit, I can't remember. I've been home 5 years now. And of course, if you fresh in, you're gonna need a sweatsuit. And I think the pants are like $40 and the sweater is like $20, so it's $60 for a sweatsuit. So now we have $360 for somebody that's just coming in. And that's only one sweatsuit. And then $75 a week. Now, the thing about that, when it comes to commissary, if you like me, I would go 75 deep, buy everything I need. Maybe you do that 2 or 3 times, $75, $75. The commissary slip is only one piece of paper. So eventually, you get to the point where you bought everything on that slip. So now you don't need anything. It's just the maintenance of it, to keep it when you see you getting low on something. So I say 75, 150, 225 in food, for food. And we talk about for the month, a monthly expense, someone coming in. So we had 360 for clothes, 225 for food. This inmate is getting expensive. We have 585 now. Round up again, $600. So let's say for about $600 for the first month, he'll be straight. He'll have his TV, he'll have his sweatsuit, his food, and he'll actually be balling because dudes ain't in there doing that. Dudes in there going, you got dudes getting a job that pay $10 every 2 weeks. And that's what they spend at the commissary, $10 every 2 weeks. So with that $600, if you send him $600 that first month, he'll be balling. And this is just for the inmate that's fresh in. Now, if we talking about somebody that's been in for a while, it depends on what his situation is. Is his locker full? Is his locker empty? Is he trying to maintain, or is he in there hungry trying to get right? Because if he in there hungry trying to get right, you might have to take care of him as if he was just coming in. But if he's trying to maintain, maybe you send him 75, you go 75 a week. If he could go 75 2 weeks in a row, he might be right back on. So if you send him 150, he might be good for that month. And again, he'll be balling. I'm not really talking about someone that's budgeting. You're going to have him in there balling with this type of money. Now, if you want him to be in there budgeting, which it ain't nothing wrong with that, inmates in there doing that too, then you can shave a $100 or $200 off. But, yeah, if he's trying to maintain, send him 150, he'll be good. And then he probably won't even need 150 a month. Like, honestly, I had multiple outlets. I had a lot of loved ones that took care of me while I was away. But I had, like, one of my homies, God bless the day, R.I.P., my homie Blast. Blast sent me $50, like, every month. Or whenever he ran into my mom. So sometimes he see my mom, because he live in the same project that my mom live in. So sometimes he see it more than once that month. And he'd be like, yo, hey, this for Wes. And then I had my homegirl. She sent me, like, $50 every month. You know what I mean? So it's not expensive to take care of him. It depends on what your budget look like. If you want him to be in there balling, then take care of him so he could be balling. Jail fly, you know what I mean? But if you want him to be in there just not hungry, like I said, I had somebody send me $50. A person in prison that's getting nothing should be grateful for anything. So how do you want him to live? You can send him $50 a month, and he'll figure out a way to make that work. Like I said, this dude's in there making $10 every 2 weeks work. And if you want him to be balling, you can send him that $600 to get him right, and that $150 a month after that. It's up to you, you know what I mean? And hopefully I answered your question. And if you got any more questions, do like this young lady did. Hit me up on my Instagram, wes.smith.129. And I should have said this in the beginning of the video, because a lot of y'all don't watch it to the end, and y'all hit me up on my YouTube, like, how do I hit you up? And I say this every video. Hit me up on my Instagram and my DM, wes.smith.129, wes.smith.129. And until next week, peace.